And it finally got warm enough that I was able to chase taters out of the tent there. It has been noticeably warmer. I didn't even have to wear all my layers last night, which is kind of a nice change. And during the day, we were able to take some layers off, which both of us really enjoyed. So if you look at the map, this is a much more populated part of the river. There's a lot of houses, stuff like that around versus the very top. However, if you go to the Suwannee Water District, they will actually issue you a free permit. All you have to do is send them your information and they mail you like a guide and everything that shows you where you can camp. So sections like this that are their land, we are legally allowed to camp. Even if it's like right in between two houses, we could technically pop over and just camp. So we're not even having to stealth camp on this one. There are very, very limited sections going through some of the bigger towns where we wouldn't have a place to stay, but this works, and for us it's much better than staying at one of these public campgrounds. And it looks like it is high tide or rising tide. The boat's butt was mostly out of the water last night. So yeah, we were being extra cautious with our tie-ups after Black Canyon. Unfortunately, I think the tide's going to be coming in for the next couple of hours, but I've seen things floating by, so the net pull of the river is still going out. And off we go once again. So today the two stops are going to be Manatee Springs for bathroom, possibly a barbecue sandwich, possibly. Last time you didn't get me a barbecue sandwich, people told me not to send you to town again, I'm just saying. And then Manatee Springs, because there's this funny thing. I have this theory. It's that boys, when we were in like middle school, we all learned about brown recluses, you know, the spider that like rots away. Girls were out of the room and somehow learned about manatees, because I've met multiple women who are just like obsessed with manatees. I think they're the greatest thing ever. And like, first time we came to Florida, I don't even think I knew what a manatee was. And she's like, manatee! We did the touristy go like snorkel with the manatees where they come up and they try and like prompt you to like scratch their belly. She was happy. Don't worry, we did the ethical one, which first tells you not to stand on the manatees, not to ride the manatees, not to punch the manatees. Basically, just sit there and let it happen. Wait. Okay, just double check the tide chart, and it looks like we are in falling tide, and the tide is going to be coming in all afternoon again. That's okay. I think Blondie's getting buffed back there, so she's totally going to be able to like paddle through all that. So we've still got some water movement, but not much here. And welcome to Manatee Springs. There has been a ton of turtles going on. And we're gonna hope this place has bathrooms and a little better water. So yes, bathrooms and water, but we're also kind of hopeful to see manatees. And we have manatees. And a happy taters. So we pulled in and it's kind of busy. We got people trying to snorkel with the manatees. We have a dive class going on and boats coming in.
We are about to. We were snorkeling.
What like stands out as a really
Taters redeemed herself and went to the barbecue place. And having digested as much grease as some of us can, we're now on our way out. And we have had people coming by at high speed. Oh, this one isn't even bad though. Psh. So we just saw our first full-grown gator who slithered into the water right here. Turtle rescue! Don't run into us. Oh, he ran into us.
Sadly, I missed capturing it, but as we went by on our boat, we scared a couple of turtles off the log. We've been scaring lots of turtles off the log unintentionally. And these ones, they both fell on their backs and they were like flailing around and looked so miserable. And so we did the only polite thing, which is go back and help them. And Matt flipped him over onto his stomach.
I do the same thing with old people. When I find them lying down, I just go, it's like a pizza.
Okay, I was gonna bring up the fish.
Oh yeah, that time that I helped invasive species.
It was the sweetest thing ever. He saw a bunch of fish that were in like a little pool. Oh, little turtle.
Oh, littler turtle. Look, there's a baby.
Oh. So there was a bunch of fish in a little tiny pool, and the little pool didn't connect to anything, and it was gonna dry up. And so Matt rescued all the fish in a trash bag.
My pack liner.
Carried them over to where there was a river.
Like carried a bag of fish at altitude in mineral cave.
And it was a good
found
thing
out
too.
about it later and told me they were invasive species, so I just helped an invasive species. Much more in the way of boat wake. So normally when I have this many buzzards around me, it's out in the desert, and I figure the weird guy hiking across the desert is just on his way out and they're waiting to eat. Not sure what's going on here. 4 o'clock and we were pulling in at Manatee Springs to see more manatees and probably do a bathroom run. And then we'll probably keep going a little later tonight.
So Manatee Springs is a really neat spot. Really enjoying watching all the animals, the manatees, but also the turtles, the fish, and the birds. That pink bird over there is called a roseate spoonbill. Kind of rare.
Come up to the bridge. They can walk with words down there. So maybe they see the birds.
And if you wonder how the manatees end up getting chewed up, people are just ignoring the signs that say no motorboats within this area. So unfortunately, look at the map, it looks like we're out of water district land. So our options here are either we go forward and we stay at RV campgrounds, or we back up a mile. And it looks like the winner is we are going to paddle a mile back up to the last possible wild camp we can do that, and then we only have a single night in RV Hellscape. Floridian RV Hellscape.
Plus side, we get to go back by manatees again tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's the lame one. Fowler was neater. Fanning, whatever that last
I
one.
like this one.
So there are manatees right here. We see them coming up periodically, but can't really see much.
We backtracked about a mile over just dreamy, calm, perfect waters so we can get back into the Greenland. What we've been calling the Greenland is actually the Florida Water District land. Suwannee Water District land, where we're permitted to camp. And we found this little island of dry land among all the swamp and cypress knees that will make a really nice camp for tonight. And yes, all I have to do now is get Matt out of the boat.
I have one question.
What?
Is the wine in the boat with me or with you?
You don't get wine unless you get out of the boat.
I think the wine's with me. So Stitch told me to stay in the tent. I think that applies to the boat. You know? Stand your ground. Stay on the boat.
Aw.
So I know people who have done the Suwannee, and whoa, hey, look at me all cinematic. You're all blurry. I am way, way too sharp. I think we need more blurriness here, less here. As I was saying before Miss Blurry Butt there got in my way, I know people that have done like sections of the Suwannee. I don't think they, what?
This is my face.
So blurry, I couldn't tell. As I was saying, I know people that have done sections of this river. From what I've seen, I don't think they wild camp as much as we have here. I am still just a little gun shy after Black Canyon, and also just experiences in Florida because it was a high water year. Because it looks like this is underwater sometimes, but per the tide report, we are at high tide right now.
We got all set up on our one little patch of dry flat land.
For now, dry.
We double checked that it is indeed high tide, and so I cannot foresee any reason why the water would rise to the level of our tent.
We're doomed.
And yeah, we need to get our headlamps out before we trip on these cypress knees anymore.
Anticipate what?
So we've looked ahead, and after this there's no more water district land only National Wildlife Refuge land, which we don't think we're allowed to camp on. So that means this is going to be our last dispersed camp of the trip. And tomorrow we'll be at one of the developed campgrounds, probably Anderson. So we're going to enjoy our last night that we've got to ourselves right on the river. Home sweet home for the night.
Home, sweet.
For the first time in over a week, it's been warm enough that I could